Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work on terminal emulation, and we're going to try to just implement some missing stuff in the Serenity terminal library. So a while back, Brandon ported this tool called VT which allows you to test terminal emulation. So we can actually run it in our terminal here in the host machine as well. So basically, it has all these different subsections of like cursor movement, screen features, character sets, and so on, and various non-VT100 terminal stuff like xterm features. So the terminal in Serenity is sort of a VT100 with some xterm features emulated, but not very many. And it's primarily setting the window title and a little color support. But I figured we can work a little bit on just the baseline VT100 emulation stuff today. So if we start with, I guess, well, when I started the program, then it freezes here. And I can see down here that there's a message here that there's an unhandled final character, C. So that's probably the first thing we're going to have to do is figure out what that's for. Because until I press something here, it doesn't actually progress. Whereas this one actually starts up. So let's figure out what that is and fix that, and then we can go into cursor movements and look at what this stuff is about. But yeah, so let's start with the... Wait, how do I even get out of this thing? Get out. Okay, so the unhandled final C. Unhandled final. So these are all of the the terminal, the way that escape sequences show up. I guess I can show you real quick just what they look like. So basically, you will get something like, these are individual bytes. So in order, for instance, to set the color of the terminal to yellow, bold yellow, then you would do something like this. So you would be sending these first the escape key or the escape character, and then a bracket, then 3, and then semicolon, then 1, then M. And what this means is that this part here is just the start of an escape sequence, and then here is the number 33, which is the first parameter, and then this is a parameter separator, so then 1 is the second parameter, and all the parameters are unsigned ints. And then finally, this is called the final, which is the final character in a sequence. And it's just a character that terminates this and informs the terminal what it is supposed to do. So in this case, M means set color, and 33 is yellow foreground, and 1 is bold. So that's what this would do. And then there are a whole bunch of other things that you can do, cursor movement, and scrolling, and all kinds of things, really. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that so that we are here. So we'll say this is the start, and this is the parameter, and this is the final. And actually, let me show you what it looks like if I output that in the terminal. So if you want to get an escape character, you can do this. And then if we do that, and we say hello there, then we get yellow bold. Of course, we can change the color to red, for example. And yeah, so this is going to be probably a lot about just handling different escape sequences. So currently what we do here is we just switch on the final character. So we're just going to add a new one. What was it? Oh, C. I don't even know what it does yet, so we'll have to look it up. So let's see. It's been so long, I don't remember where it is I normally look at these things. I think maybe it's this one at VT100.net. Has been very helpful in the past. This immediately sticks out to me as relevant. identify what terminal type. So this is another common notation for the escape character. It's like correct bracket. So I wonder if we can do that here. If we say echo e, what was it? OC. Okay, so check this out. When we echoed this, then the terminal wrote something back to us. And this is probably what the VT test program was expecting. If you've ever seen this type of stuff in your terminal, by the way, and you don't know where it's coming from, it might be that you accidentally outputted something that caused the terminal to respond to you. I know that, for instance, if you like cat dev random, then sometimes you might get some very interesting effects. Dev random is very slow on Linux, I have to say. urandom, on the other hand. Sometimes, maybe not this time, but sometimes this can put your terminal in an interesting state, and it's usually because it accidentally outputs some valid escape sequence that just confuses your terminal. So I bet you that this is what we're looking for, which would be a final C with a potentially a parameter 0, but this one is the same. So we'll just write it out this way. And this is the one other place where I've used the $ notation. And I'm almost tempted to remove it from here, but at the same time, it's kind of charming. Somebody asked on IRC today, like, what's up with the $signs? I get that question like every couple of weeks. Somebody asks about the $signs. It's just for fun. And it reminds me of OpenVMS, which had $signs in syscalls and identifiers and libraries and stuff. And I don't know, it just felt like one day I just started using it and it's sort of stuck as this cute thing. So now it's used in terminal emulation and in syscalls, like that. Oops. Anyway, let's do the C escape. So I guess this is as good a place as any. Escape C, and then we're gonna get the parameters in a param vector, which is just a vector of unsigned, basically. And here it looks to me like it doesn't really matter maybe what the parameter is, so we can maybe just ignore it. So let's see, identify. Okay, so what is this? Device attributes. I think this is exactly the thing that we are looking for, but a more formal description here. So the host requests the VT100 to send a device attributes control sequence to identify itself. So I don't know what the parameter n here is. Send it either with either no parameter or a parameter of 0. Okay. Well, we can be lenient and just accept any parameter. So this is our response. It's going to be, maybe we should just say no options, because I guess this is like we would be telling the calling program like what kind of extra features does this terminal have. And since I don't even know what these features are right now, I would say that we probably don't have them. So we can come and add them in the future, but let's see. DA device attributes. Okay, so what we want to do is just output this no options. I feel like we haven't done any kind of escape sequence before where there was a response. So how should we do that? What faculty do we write back from? On char. We have on char. That's sort of how we pretend that input happened. So I guess we could use that. Let's try it. Wait, would that work? Would that input be made available to them? What does it do on char? I guess this is only for taking an input, but we want to produce output. I'm a little bit confused by this. So wait, what's this? Inject string. Okay, let's just try that first. So what if we just inject string? And the response was just this, basically. No new line necessary. Okay. Oh, right, we're not using the params or anything. So. Okay, so that does not work because we are just feeding the string back into the terminal emulation. It's pretending that it's input, I think. And we want to write it so that the whoever is reading from standard in can get it. So do we have some kind of emit function here? No? Okay. Let's make a new one. So we'll call it like emit string. And also we'll do emit char. And then we'll have to put this in terminal client. Emit. I guess we can do emit string here, or well, we can do emit char also. This will do like that. All right. So the terminal is actually it's in a library called libvt, and the idea behind libvt is that I want to have like the same terminal emulator both in the kernel for like the text mode console and in the terminal app, but I have yet to actually port the kernel code to using libvt, so there's like an ancient version of what eventually became the GUI terminal in the kernel still. So I just haven't gone through the full work of porting the kernel to libvt yet, but essentially, libvt provides this terminal object, which is not bound to any graphical representation. And then what you do when you construct one is that you provide a terminal client. And the terminal client has this functionality here, like set window title, terminal did resize, stuff like that. And then the terminal widget, which we use in the terminal app, inherits from the terminal client. So that's how that works. Anyway, so now that we added emit char here, we have to go in terminal widget and actually implement that. So we do that. And we can put that here, terminal widget, emit char. And here we have a file descriptor that we can write to. So that would be this one, I think. So we can just write to the PTY master, character in 1. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so now it starts up by itself. So we're presumably emitting the string nicely. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that this was a huge success, and we're going to commit this just the way that it is. Maybe we'll make a little error check here, actually, just to be good boys. We'll do that. Okay, so libvt. Support the DA device attributes request final C. This is used by VT test on startup to query the device for identification. Query the device for identity. Hey, something, whatever. Okay, let's see what comes next. So, do VT test. We have no unimplemented things being complained about. So let's test the cursor movements. Poof. Oh, wait, hold on. What the heck just happened? Okay, let's try that again. This doesn't look right. That's probably wrong. So we have a lot of unhandled final G followed by F. So what should happen is that things should look this way. So presumably we should start by implementing G and F, and then we can see whatever those things are and where that will take us. So let's see if we can find. So this one, F at least, is moves the active position to the position specified by the parameters. Well, what the heck is an active position? I guess it's the cursor, because this sequence causes the active position to move downward one line without changing the column position. So this is definitely moving the cursor. So that's probably the cursor. Moves the active position to the specified by the parameter. So this is like setting the cursor to a specific location. 0 or 1 causes the active position to move to the first line or column in the display, respectively. And if you have no parameters, then it moves to the home position. Okay, so basically it's just go-to position, right? So if we were to send ourselves to position, say, 10, 5, F, hello there. So that's like 10 down and 5 out. Then we can figure out how to implement that for sure. Surprised that we don't have escape F. So how do we normally set the cursor position? Because I'm sure that we have something that sets the cursor position. Let's just look at the ones that we do have. I should really do a better, like these names are kind of terrible in a way because they tell you what the final is, but they don't tell you anything about what it does. So should probably, this thing could do with an overhaul with like naming everything by their like official escape sequence titles or whatever, and then making some different mapping between what's what. Wait. Oh, that's so weird. This comment here has 3 slashes, so QCreator actually makes it darker than this one. Less important? Maybe that's why they have it that way. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. Anyway, so how the heck do you normally go somewhere? Set position VT100 escape. Wow, internet's not very fast today. Move cursor. So this one I'm familiar with. Capital H. Move cursor to screen location VH. So it's identical. H, capital H and lowercase f. Because H we do have. So I'm guessing we can just copy that. Unless there's any meaningful difference. So PN H cursor position. Why is that different? Okay, I don't understand why it's different, but let's try to duplicate that then, and if there's any difference that shows up, then we can deal with it. Okay, what's even going on here? Okay, something is not right at that menu. And this also does not look very correct. Can we get back to the beginning? Oh shit, we forgot to actually hook up the F. So we'll just do that. So something goes wrong there at startup because like it doesn't accept my input. Can we exit? Okay. Anyway, we can definitely get to this part now, and I would say we're getting a little closer to the desired result, although it still doesn't look right. That looks wrong. And also what happened to those G's that we were supposed to be seeing? We had all those G's before. Where did they go? Anyway, so what is going wrong here? Let's take a look at this other guy. The screen should be cleared and have an unbroken border of those. So how do we fix that? We're going wrong in various ways here. So the easiest way to deal with this, I think it would be if we just print out everything that the terminal receives, and then we can look at it. And maybe we can actually do that in, oh, we have copies of these guys. Let's see if we can do that inside of the OS here. I wonder if that's possible. Okay, there's something in there. We can work with that. So let's turn that off. And Oh, I can't go in there. Nice. Okay, so now we can actually see. So Vim shows us the escape character like this, so we can distinguish. So this was the whole setup sequence here. There's a lot of stuff going on. The very first thing we get is that identify request, or the DA request, and then we get some L, which I guess is this guy right here, which is show hide or show cursor. Interesting. Do we do anything with this? I feel like this is just, yeah, it's just being ignored. Well, whatever. These might be things that we are not implementing now. I wish there would be like a backwards mapping here so that you could like look up each thing by the final character. Because right now I kind of have to scroll through until I see what I'm looking for. All right, so what's this? Reset mode. So that's probably what they are sending here. They're like sending all these different reset mode sequences. And C mode's following the section. So, well, whatever. And then what is H? Set mode. So it sets some modes. Blah, blah, blah. Clears the color. And top and bottom margins. Okay, setting up scrolling region. Okay, anyway. We don't have to go through the whole setup sequence. I just wanted to see if we could see what they were. So what do we have going on here now? This is after I choose section 1, then all of this stuff comes in. Look at all that gunk. So this is what produces the screen right here. So let's see how they build it up. So what is this? Fill screen with ease. It's a confidence test. Well, I have never heard of that. But that appears to be what's going on here. They're sending escape #8. So we can obey that. But let's see, how do we deal with that? I think I'm not used to something coming without an escape bracket, but maybe we have that in the parser. So let's see how the parser works. So character comes in. Imagine that we're in the free state. So what is the escape state currently? Normal. Okay, so when we get this guy, we get an escape character, then we go into state expect bracket. But if we are in expect bracket and we get, what we get is a £. So I guess we should come up with some other mode that we go into here. This parser is not super super well suited for implementing everything, but we can just power through and move forward. So this part annoys me that it's inconsistently braced, so let's just fix that first of all. Okay, and then we will add a new style. So if we get a hashtag, we say expect. Is there a name for this? Esc $. I don't know what they call this, but it seems to be. If there's a escape hashtag, then there's a single digit following in all of these cases. So expect hashtag single digit. So hashtag digit. There's definitely a better name for that, but I am just going to call it that right now. Whatever. Okay, and then if we are in expect hashtag digit is digit ch, then we want to execute hashtag. I guess we're inventing this name now. So the hashtag is going to be ch minus that, gives us the exact digit. And then we will restore the parser to normal and break. I guess we can even do something like this, since apparently we don't have C-type functions. Yeah, that'll be okay. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. So, what will this do? Execute hashtag tag. Case 8. We want to fill it up with ease. So, if otherwise, then we'll say debug unknown hashtag. So how do we do this? Row is 0. Row less than m rows plus row. Put character at row column, and we put the E. Okay, now how will this go? Okay, so now we are in this state, which is closer to the correct state, but it's not perfect. So let's see what else comes in here. So this fills it with ease, and then what is this? Capital H, set cursor position, right. So that moves to position 9, 10. Then we get a J, which is what exactly? Erase and display. So it erases some or all of the characters in the display. Yeah, fine. And then it places all of the asterisks by jumping to a specific position and printing out an asterisk. but things appear to go slightly wrong around here for some reason. I don't know why that is. This it's not the most debug friendly thing, I guess, but it is good to have something to look at. Can you get all these to align perfectly if you do that to the, oh, look at all those aligned ones. How nice is that? Doesn't serve any specific purpose, I just wanted to do it. So it's kind of hard to read these, right? Because I don't know by heart what they all do. But I guess we can just do a spot check. So like, what does this mean even? The cursor backward. So moves the cursor backwards and puts out a plus. So I'm worried about the asterisk here up top right, and then these guys right here. I would like to understand why they are not coming out in the right position. But how are we going to figure out why that's happening? I guess one thing we could do is we could try to make it slower. It will be very, very hackish, but maybe it's something we could try to do. Flush dirty lines update. Let's see. This might be entirely too aggressive. I would like to see it happen like character by character, just to get a feel for what order things are happening in. Because this big blob of escape sequences and characters is like not super helpful, but it's still too fast. It's not gonna, we're not gonna be able to see anything. I don't know why I thought that would help. Anyway, so what we could do is, if we cat X, then we'll get the output, right? So if we just tailor this so we get only the start of it, maybe we can work out which part is what. So if we only do that, then we should have this, which we already don't. So that's a good start. Okay, and this is probably a pretty reasonable strategy. Just delete a bunch. I don't know how much. Oh shit. Okay, we'll go to here and all right, maybe that was a little too much. Fine, let's keep it this way. If we can just put this into the machine now, so we'll put it in my home directory and sync it. Then we should be able to run and only see this part and see how it comes out. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Put it in the wrong place. Okay, so we already have the wrong look. That's good. That means that we are drastically reducing the amount of stuff we need to look at. Let's backtrack until we can get something that looks wrong with fewer characters. Okay. So that's actually correct so far. So far so good. Then guess we'll just step a little bit forward. Maybe just to here. This would be easier if we had a better working editor inside here, but currently it won't be able to deal with the escape sequences. So it's okay. So now I'm missing this one character up here. Why is that missing? Let's see if we can figure that out. Where does it actually come from? So with this, we should have that. And I feel like it's probably this thing right here, actually. Get an X instead, see if that gives us an X instead. Yes, an X in the top right corner. Should happen when we do this, so let's try it. No, we get the X here instead, and then everything else is offset, I think, and that's probably causing us some trouble, because this was supposed to go here. So why is that happening? We move the cursor to 180 with the F escape, so escape F. So this would turn into, we have two parameters, right? So parameter 0 and parameter 1, and oopsie, parameter 1, so this one is the column. And we call set cursor with row 0 and column 79. So what happens then? So there's this annoying thing, by the way, about terminals that I haven't really figured out exactly what this behavior is, but if you work your way all the way over to the right edge over here, and you type, and then once you notice that when you're typing, then you're always moving one character forward, except on the very last one, it doesn't advance the cursor. And if you backspace, it backspaces over the previous character, and it's only the next character that puts you on the next line. I don't know what's up with this, and it seems to be in every terminal, but and I've tried to like copy it as best I can. Xterm does this, where it keeps the cursor here for one step, and you can backspace, but it doesn't remove the F but the E. So anyway, in libVT, we call this stomping, that you're like stomping once on the rightmost character on a line. And maybe this is well defined, but I don't know where to look for that type of thing, so I've just tried to emulate it based on what it looks like to me. So let's see, what is going wrong here? We're setting ourselves up to go to column 79, which is definitely going to be, this thing is going to hit right here. So, wait, hold on. No, it's not going to hit. Column is not 79. This is 79, so stomp is not going to be false. When is stomp true? It's when we arrive there by way of typing, I think. Where is it? Free expect final, execute escape sequence and return. Right, so if an escape sequence moves us to the position where we would normally stomp once, then we have to actually put ourselves into stomping mode, I think. So set cursor. Who calls it? Oh, jeez, called in so many places. Should set cursor just set stomp true? I'm not sure that this actually makes sense, but let's try it out once anyway, because I feel like now we're never going to get past that position. We're still ending up here anyway. So what is stomp actually used for? If stomp. Yeah, this is where it happens. We wait once on the right hand side. So we reach the end of the line, and stomp is not true, so we go in here, we set it to true, put the character at the end of the line, and then next time through, when we type another character, then we clear stomp and do a new line and put the thing at the start of the next line. But this feels so awkward. Wait once on the right hand side. So isn't it that we should just do this? Or is that what I just did? I'm so confused right now. I guess that U was for a reason. Why does the X go like that? So let's debug something here. So debug. Set cursor to row and to column. Mstomp before, mstomp. Mstomp after. And it will be this. So Boolean this expression, and there we go. I just want to see it. Okay, so what happened here? Oh shit, we didn't want to go in VT test, we wanted to cat part. So right here is where we go to row 0, column 79. Stomp before is false, stomp after is true. But I feel like we should be stomp false before, I mean after. So because otherwise it will skip directly to the next line. So stomp is, maybe stomp should always be false when you set the cursor. Because there's no way to set it to the stomp state. yeah, this is what the behavior that we want, right? But what happens over here now? It's like A, B, C, D, E, Q, E, F. Can't go back. Okay, that seems right. So, let's see. We're just gonna collect multiple fixes here. It seems like I don't like that so much actually. So what's that thing? Somebody was, or multiple people have been telling me to use git add-i, and I'm in a situation now where I need exactly that. So let's use it. Okay, I want to start with this file. Oh no, not status. I want to libraries libvt terminal. And okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Add untracked. Okay, what the heck state have I put myself in now? No state. I want to do this one. Okay, stage this hunk. Yes, let's do the escape F. Yes, this hunk as well. No, not this hunk. Not the hashtag hunks. No. Okay, and then patch this guy right here. Stage this hunk. Yes, but not this one, nor this one. Okay. Did we actually do this now? Okay, that's really cool. Oh, and we should note what this thing was actually called here, so that we can find it again. Oops. So how do I do this now? Add. Can I add on top of this thing? Yes. Okay, I can get used to this. This is pretty cool. Terminal or libvt. Support HVP, horizontal and vertical position. Final F. Okay, and then what else did we have? We had the stomp behavior change, so we'll do that one. That would just be here. Yes, nothing else. Quit. Never go into stomp state after setting cursor. Programmatically setting cursor. Don't go into stomp state. When the cursor, the curious stomp state occurs when you type your way all the way or to the right side of the terminal buffer, and we stomp once on the very last column before jumping to the next line. We should never go into stomp state in response to programmatic setting the cursor position. This unbreaks a small artifact and VT test. Maybe fixes a small artifact. All right. And then we have the hashtag thing. So did that have a name? Confidence tests. Fill screen with ease. E. Support. This is apparently a confidence test supported by VT100. Okay. So I guess that means that we can continue ahead a little bit here, put some more stuff into the thing and see if we can render that as well. We forgot to copy the stuff in. Shit. Maybe that was not the right terminal. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. Okay, well, I guess I can just do it here, regardless. So let's see what's broken next. Okay. This is, oh wait, hold on, I didn't want to go all the way into the program, but at least we can see the progress here. But let's get her out of that and just cat part. So we are already misrendering here with this guy showing up in the wrong place. That's good. Let's go backwards until we catch it. Do a little bit less. So far so good, I think. We don't have to need to put some more stuff back. This type of debugging is pretty chill. Okay, now, these are in the wrong positions, so we should be able to figure out where these come from exactly. We'll just go backwards just a little bit more here. See if one of them disappears. Okay, now we have just one in a bad place. Is it this one, perhaps? Let's see if it's that star right there. The very last one. What is E? Capital E. What are you? Match case. Next line. Oh. It's this right here. This sequence causes the active position to move to the first position on the next line downward. I don't believe we have that. I don't think we have any of those, like escape something. We have like escape bracket something. Should probably stop calling this escape expect bracket because we're handling all kinds of things that happen instead of brackets. So this is more like the like we've seen one escape character and then what? So currently when this happens, we just go back to normal. because we're in this state because we got the escape key, right? And then we get an E, which we just print out somewhere and then presumably write over it. So we want to move to the first position on the next line downward. Expect bracket. So maybe we should rename this guy to got escape. Okay. And well, we can just keep doing it this way for now, but we can probably think about doing it differently at some point. So if we get this, then this is, what was it called? MEL, next line. Set cursor, first position on the next line downward. See, what I would really like to do here is call something like, maybe like NEL or something like that. Like this should be the format of these guys. Or even NEL. Maybe that's how we should write these functions instead. So then we can just learn all of these guys, and yeah, I kind of like that. Of course, it will be tedious to change everything, but it'll probably be worth it, because then we'll have consistent naming with the, you know, with the spec and everything. So in this case, we don't have any params, so we can just do that. So we do NEL, and escape state is normal, break. So very hackish, but we're just going to push forward, and we can clean up this, how this works at some point. Okay, I need to stop saying that and just move forward. First position on the next line. Set cursor. Oh wait, if the active position is at the bottom margin, a scroll up is performed. So it's like a new line character, basically. Do new line. Maybe we can just do a new line. I think that will achieve the same thing. Okay, that E is not supposed to go out. Oh shit, yeah, because we're breaking, we should be returning here. Otherwise we will fall down here and then like treat this as just and typed E. Alright, things starting to go in the right position a little bit more. Okay, maybe we can even run VT test. Look at this. It's still not perfectly right because we're missing the pluses here and here. But it is an improvement. So, wait, did we have the... Everything is fine here so far, so we should... I guess continue, so... Oh, I should do the thing again. Wait. Attach one. Oh, this hunk is together. Frick. Alright, hold on. Expect bracket. Commit A. libVT. Support NEL. Next line. I think this can just behave as if you sent a new line character. And expect bracket. Oh frick, no, we shouldn't change it everywhere, but got escape. Alright. Rename escape state expect bracket 2 got escape. Seems like there are many escape sequences that don't start with brackets. So let's call the post escape state got escape instead. Great. And then let's grow this guy a little bit more. That's probably too much, but you can see. It'd be nice if we could get that whole screen to draw correctly. That was definitely too much. I feel like this was like the next screen also. Because then it goes into some kind of, I think it sent something that causes the terminal to resize itself. If you look here, I press return, and it resizes the terminal. We definitely don't support that yet. We could, but we don't. So return. This has pluses in the good places, so we can test with this. Just want to get that first screen right. Okay, we are missing pluses here and here. Why is that? Impart. Maybe we can give ourselves a clue, by the way, by doing this, like unexpected character in got escape. Maybe this will just tell us. $77, $68. Oh, it's a U8. Shit. I guess I should do that. Okay, we got D and M. Esc D. No, esc M. Reverse index. Okay, and index. What the heck are those? Esc D. Well, it's okay, cursor left. We can do that. Well, that one doesn't have a fancy name. Can't you do it like with bracket D as well? Cursor backward, right? So it's almost the same thing. Escape. So it's essentially this. Cursor left. I think we can go with this naming scheme here. It will be a little weird, but well, should we give them some kind of cool thing like this? Or like funk-esque is kind of cool. But sequence is maybe even cooler. Or we can just call them that. I don't know. One and I feel really terrible naming something like that though. But it's for a good cause. Should probably bookmark this. All right. Oh no, I can't do this. This is so filthy. Cursor left. I'm sorry. I can't do that. It's too ugly. Cursor left. Okay. Guess we should have done M as well. Move the active position to the same horizontal position on the preceding line. So by that you mean go up? It's such a weird way of saying that. Anyway, let's try that. So cursor M goes up. Which would be, wait, is there saying something about scrolling? If the active position is at the top margin, a scroll down is performed, right? So we can actually use this guy right here and just pass in no params in order to implement that. So we could do like, just piggyback on this guy for now. Man, I am making a mess of this code right now. Still doesn't look right. At least it's not spewing everything out, but let's try it that way instead. Get rid of cursor left. And see if we can maybe edit that file a little bit to have a bit less in it. Where are all those pluses, bro? I guess we should edit it until we see nothing but the plus, like the very first plus that we want. No, can't part. Look at all those pluses. Okay, we're almost there. Alright, that's the first plus, and that one is missing for us when we're running inside, so see what that looks like. No, it's right there. Shit. Okay, I guess I was wrong about that. Okay, that's a bit more pluses. Okay, missing pluses. Finally, we can investigate. So how are we putting those? We're doing a lot of these guys, which is the move left. Okay, so we do an, what is this? 22H, which is move to position, print a plus, and move, what's this here? And then we do a bracket 1D followed by an escape D, which should be 2 moves left, I think. Cursor left. Cursor backward, also left. So there's a number. So if it didn't have that one, we want it. So we print out the first plus. There's an A, okay, and then we do one of these guys and do an A. So we've gone left one step, puts us here. And we do the escape D, which moves us down. How does that make any sense? Am I misunderstanding what escape D does? Move downward one line. Okay, so I'm stupid. Why did I think it went left? Oh, there are 2 instances here. Shit. Okay, so why did I think it was cursor left? These are VT52. Okay, that was stupid. So I guess they are describing more than just the base VT100 stuff in the same document. And look at me jumping with the search thing in Firefox. So this is ind, which is move downward. Then what is ESC-M then? Reverse index, so it's move upward. Reverse index, move up. IND index, move down. And cursor down would be escape B. Okay. And we didn't need that goofy cursor left thing at all. We can actually use these names. All right. Progress. See, we got all these guys over here now. Now we're just missing the people at the bottom. And the very bottom row should be empty, right? Just like here, but we are missing a bit more. So, also this E line here is double. I don't know what's up with that. Well, should we move these out then? Yes, I'm okay with these all capital names. actually. So we can do this. It would be cool if we could build ourselves a map of these things so that you could like map from a character to a handler. That would be a nice place to get to. Okay. The VT support end and I cursor up, down, basically. Down, up. I guess they are. End is down, right? Yeah. Okay, well, back to the frickin' grind with this guy. So we can just keep going until he makes a mistake that we're interested in. Okay, so will this match up? I feel like this does not match up, but it also doesn't look the same. What the frick? Oh, forgot to copy the part file. Okay, and how did this look in the host? If we can get back to normal here. So we are supposed to have these 3 guys here, but we have only 1 guy. That's good. That means that we can work our way back to what went wrong. So how do we get the very last guy? Right then and there. Okay, so let's see what happens when we run this inside. We don't even get the first plus. Crap. All right. Oh, wait. There is a first plus, but it's too far down. Things are a little bit strange here. So what happens here? Guess we could do that and see how it turns out. We'll do this on cat art sleep 10. Okay, so the cursor is in the wrong position over here, obviously. And this plus here ends up in the wrong position, so why does it do that? Do an X instead. And this one will do a Y. We'll see what we come up with when we do it inside. Should be X on top, Y on bottom. So we only see the X. And how do we position the Y? We go to the very bottom right, or no, not the bottom right, but almost the bottom right. It's like, bottom right would have been, I guess, 2480, but that's 8024. So we go to 2379, which is right here. And then we do a 1D followed by an M. So what is escape D? That's a move left. Wait, after the... Oh, we move left once and then go up. Right. And I feel like this is going to be some problem in the H. Set cursor. Row is the min of the input row and rows minus 1. Okay, so I guess we can say here H moving 2. Okay, this is going to get very noisy, and it's going to be too noisy actually. I won't be able to follow what's going on here anyway. So this moves the cursor to what exactly? Let's see what he says. This is a very tunnel visioned little video, I suppose, but if you're still here, then thank you for hanging out. So we go to 2278. This guy's 80 by 25, so let's do that. 2278, and that's where we do the Y. So this would be 2379, and 2279 would be here, and 2278 is there. So where does the Y go? Maybe this guy doesn't work. Does this actually move up? Am I just calling the totally wrong function there? We should use this instead. What is even M, actually, now that I think about it? I don't know what that even does. We should probably use this one for reverse index. Because this one is just go straight up. I don't even know what M does. It's becoming extremely clear that we need to be naming these more in accordance with this. So I think we're on the right track with that stuff. All right, that's better. Look at this. We're almost good. We're just missing this character here, and we have a little too many E's. So, H moving, we can kill that. Git commit. Oh wait, oh, this should go in the previous commit. It's just fixing the reverse index to do the right thing. All right, so we're gonna do the extra freaking weird E's get introduced. And we were missing, oh shit, what were we missing? There was one character missing. the bottom left plus is missing. What's up with that? Bottom left plus is here, so the bottom left plus is here, so we are overwriting it at some point, I guess. Where is that? No. And what have I managed to do now? Enter choice number. This is the one we want. Okay, I am just flailing around here, aren't I? How can I get to the... I just want to delete some stuff, not all of it. Turn. Okay, just take me here or somewhere. Actually, maybe everything after return is good. That's pretty good. So, who deleted that bottom thing? We're gonna get to the bottom of it. He's gone. And who makes these guys? Get rid of that. Supposed to be one spacing on right of the E, but we are not deleting the first column of E's. Fair enough. So the E's are removed when exactly? Okay, this would be an interesting thing to look at. So I'm guessing we're going to see double E's here, which we should be able to figure out. Yes. Okay, so where are the double E's coming from? We are doing a 1B and then a 58D, and then we're typing up a bunch of characters, just like that. I guess that's like filling up with that many spaces, right? But I feel like it should be one more space. So why isn't it one more space? Escape B. B is move forward row-wise. So move down. PNB. Cursor down. And D is cursor backward. Maybe we're not going backward as far as we should. Set cursor. Cursor column minus number. Wait. So what's wrong with that? Why doesn't that take us? So what if instead of 58 it would say, like, say one of these says 59, right? Would that? Wait, what? What was D again? Backward, left. Okay, so if we go 9 backward, then we moved all the way over here. How is this happening? What does 0b mean anyway? If number is 0, then it's 1. Parameter is omitted or specified to be 0, the default parameter value is used. For the cursor movement commands, the default parameter value is 1. So yeah, if you say 0 or omit the param, then you just get 1. That seems fine. Okay, this one I'm not sure why this is happening, but I would like to figure out what's going on with that bottom left plus. So did we have it still here? It's gone. Okay, let's go and figure out where that disappears. Oops. I can't tell if it's there or not. No, it's still here. Okay, so it didn't disappear yet. That's good. Then when does it disappear? It's still there. Okay. We're getting closer. It's gone, okay. So which one of you jerks removes it? Still there? Still there. Oh, is it this guy right here? That's a backwards. Hey, that's just a backwards key, isn't it? So we're backwardsing over him. Why? Let's do an X there instead of a backwards. See what this guy does. Okay, so at that point we would backwards over that character. Why is that okay? I don't get it. Does it just not care about backwards characters? Control characters. BS. So I guess we are erasing when you get a backwards character. Even though we probably shouldn't. We should just go backwards. Huh. Okay. So where is that taking place exactly? Got backspace coming in. What if we didn't do that? What would happen? I feel like this will break some stuff. Definitely breaks this. But maybe the kernel should do that with the line discipline. Cat part. Now this is intact. Now this is looking right. Okay, I guess the terminal emulation should not do destructive backspace. I did not realize that. We are learning so much. Lib VT, make backspace, BS, non-destructive. Fixes an artifact in VT test. I did not realize this was a thing. Okay, now we have to fix the kernel so that backspace, let's see, is erase. Because the thing is, when you type cat like this, now this kernel is in like it's in cooked mode, it's called, where there's some line editing supported where you can type backspace, but backspace here is we just do this. We don't actually erase the character or replace it with a space. So I think we're going to have to do something like this. This will be a bit strange. V erase. I feel like this is not entirely right, but I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. V erase. That's supposed to like remove a character. Erase character. This erases the previous, not yet erased character, but does not erase past the UF, blah, blah, blah. V erase. But I think we're confusing inputs and outputs here. So these are like things that the TTY should recognize as inputs. They're not necessarily what should be used as outputs to generate the desired effect. So when we're told to do backspace, it's because we got an erase character input to us, but that doesn't mean that we should output an erase character. We know better than that. We know exactly what to output to get to get the DTY to do what we want, we should pump out an 8, followed by a space, followed by another 8. I think that will do the right thing. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, so how would this be in VT test now? Okay, so it's just that weird situation with the E's that I don't understand. But why is it like that? Maybe we're starting to put the E's too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aha! So they are in the wrong position here. Well, that's debuggable. Then we can fix that. Commit a kernel. Unbreak canonical mode DTY erase after libvt changes. Now that libvt is BS, character is non-destructive, but kernel has to kernel line editing code has to take care of erasing manually. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't know why I called it BS though, that's weird. Call BS backspace character 8. Yeah. Okay. Why are you this way? Let's figure it out. We're so close to the finish line because once we fix the screen, then everything else is fine. And we don't have to do more today. Let's see, when do we just go back to where we carve out that big chunk of the E's? Over here, E's are there, carved and nice. Okay, this is actually quite early. Guess I forgot how early this was in the thing. Okay, here we are. This is us doing a clear. We do 2K to nuke it. Oh wait, no, that's a full nuke. So we move to 1671H. And then we do a 0K, which clears the rest of that line, I guess. It was that next to last line there. So we put it back. Poof. Alright, so 0K nukes that rest of the line. And 1K, I'm guessing, nukes from start of the line to the current position. So what happens if we don't do that? Yep. So 11 would be like that. So I'm guessing it's probably an issue with the K. K is right here, and that's a 1K, so from cursor to beginning of line. So we're starting at 0 and going all the way to cursor column. And that's a 10. So that's a position 10. So presumably this works, right? But what's wrong with this guy, the 1K? I guess this should actually be up to the cursor, so we're just going to the step before the cursor. So I think that was the problem here. We are almost right. What's wrong with this guy? So close. Okay. Where are you coming from, you jerk? Fine. Show me how that one is made. Alright, we're just gonna go backwards here. Zoof. Okay. There's a 1J. And it's this guy right here. Clear from cursor to beginning of screen. Is it the exact same logic problem? Going to the cursor column. So from cursor to beginning of screen. So we should really start on the cursor, not before it. Likewise here. Okay. I think that's it. No, that was not it. Dang it. Alright. How did I mess that up? So that one was good, but now it's just the 1J that was left. And what was it doing? 1J from cursor to beginning of screen. That bothers me there, so. Yeah, I think I shouldn't mess with the row, just the cursor column. Okay, that's it. Live VT, fix modify ones, and what are these guys called? And where's the thing? Oh, it's here. PNJ, erase and display, and erase and line. Okay. And we could actually rename these since we're here anyway. J is erase and display. And K is escape and line, erase and line. EL and ED respectively. Should rename all of these functions to match the real VT100 names. This will make it 100% easier to work on the VT. I've been using this for reference. I'll say for reference. Maybe this website has like an even better thing somewhere. Contents. Look at this delicious thing. Okay, I'm just gonna link this whole thing. We'll link it like that. Okay. So it's a big chunk of things. And boy, am I tired of working on this right now. So I just want to go and have a cup of tea. But this is going to be the end of the video. So if you made it this far and you stuck with me through this task, then thank you for watching, for hanging out. Obviously, there's a million more things to do, but you know, maybe now that you see how this work is done, then someone might get interested and want to mess with this. VT test is in the ports tree, and libVT is reasonably hackable, and you just need like a terminal reference manual like the one we've been referencing now. And you can just grind your way through it like this. If anyone's interested, get in touch. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, for watching. I hope you saw something interesting in this process, and I'll see you next time. Bye.